Hello guys, Sports Banner 38 here. This is Coach Carroll, and today's topic is going to be about the documentary that has been on ESPN, Basketball, a Love Story, and also I want to talk about a certain question they asked on the show. Some players agreed, some different basketball personalities, media, what so have you, agreed, some disagreed, and I wanted to give my thoughts on that. I wanted to find out what you guys thought about that as well. Anyway, for those who are not familiar with this documentary, it basically chronicles basketball, college, NBA, from its conception all the way up. It talks about different periods and eras during the NBA and college basketball. Very, very, very interesting. I have really enjoyed a lot of these. If you are a basketball fan, it is an absolute must that you check these out. I want to say they're at episode 6 or 7. Each one of them are about 2 hours, and like I said, very good stuff. The name of it is Basketball, a Love Story, and I know on one certain episode they talked about Pat Summitt with the Tennessee Vols, different players who had interactions with her, Cheryl Miller from the USA Olympic team. I believe it was in '84 or '88. I can't remember exactly, but Summitt was the coach on that team, and I don't want to give it away, but it was a very, very interesting piece. That part was the bit with Cheryl Miller and Pat Summitt was gold. Then it talks about Rick Barry with the Warriors. Then it goes through different rivalries. Talks about when David Stern comes in as the NBA, is it commissioner? I'm not sure how they do it. I think it's the commissioner, NBA commissioner, NFL commissioner, however you say it. Whichever one it is, he comes in, and it talks about the rivalry between Bird and Johnson and the Lakers and the Celtics. All those good things and all those great players, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, goes real good depth on that. There's some, I haven't seen every single one of them, so I'm sure I'm missing some other good spots as well. Anyone who's watching this, please feel free to comment on some of the other episodes that I'm not covering. But I love, one of my favorite parts was where it was talking about the Portland Trailblazers with Bill Walton at center, and how good of an all-around player and everything he was in helping the Blazers win their championship, which was it the Bullets? I believe they beat the Bullets in the NBA championship. Very interesting story because, hold on, I think it was the Sixers. I'm sorry. They beat the Sixers with Dr. J and those guys. Basically, the Sixers had a whole lot more talent, but the Blazers were more of a united type team, and they played better team ball, and that showed when they played against Philadelphia in the finals. Talent versus more of team ball, and the Blazers were able to beat them. It talks about the low periods of the NBA, in particular. At one point, and I had no idea, they actually used to show the NBA Finals on tape delay, like late at night after all the shows basically had gone off and the news had gone off. So if you wanted to watch those games, you actually had to stay up and watch them on delay. And networks were not willing to give up those prime spots for the NBA Finals, which that says a whole lot. These days, that would definitely not happen. The championship games are going to get aired. That's just the way it works, especially in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and even the Hockey League, NHL. So, very interesting piece of history there. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. Anyway, I want to get to the question that they asked. And it was regarding physical ability and those sorts of things being like crossed over into the realms of saying being a genius. A lot of people, they think a genius, they think of Albert Einstein, someone who is just cerebrally just fascinating. They just can just see things that other people cannot see. And you know, they were making the point in this documentary that some of these great basketball players, they were geniuses in that they could see things on the court before they happened. Their physical ability to be able to do things. Can you be a physical genius? Basically, you can excel mentally at a genius level, but can you excel physically at a genius level? Me personally, this is just my opinion, I feel like you can. I think it's kind of like a little crossover there. You can be physically very inadequate, or you can be physically, you know, at a genius level, more or less. I feel like the genius part works in both physical and mental. So I feel like you can be a basketball player who has both physical and mental genius ability. Basically, genius ability both physically and mentally. An example of this would be, for example, say Magic Johnson. He could see the court like nobody else. He could drive down. He could shoot. He could find players running. You know, they had that run and gun type offense with Pat Riley, where if when the ball's shot before the rebound's even made, players will start running down the court, and Magic Johnson would just heave the ball down court. The first play was just bam, you know, and they would get those quick transition points, and that's what made the Lakers famous during the 80s and early 90s during the Magic Johnson era. But he could be coming down court with the ball at 6'9", and he could see guys from every angle. He could look one way, pass it the other. Very, very fun to watch. It was, you know, basically what they deemed as showtime. And so yes, I believe you can have geniuses in sports. For example, in football, just real quick, I'm going to touch on Tom Brady. He is a genius when it comes to standing back, reading the defenses, going through his progressions. He knows where players are going to be. He performs at a genius level when he's in the pocket. You know, and it happens in all sports. That was just a quick example of another sport. Wayne Gretzky in hockey would be another example. But yeah, to answer the question, yes, I believe you can be a genius in basketball. I don't think it has to be Albert Einstein or someone who is just an extremely smart guy when it comes to, or smart individual when it comes to science or anything else. You can be a genius in anything. It just depends. Like for example, chess. There's a lot of chess geniuses. They call them prodigies or what have you. But you know, what do you guys think? You think I'm wrong? You think I'm right? Can you be a genius when it comes to athletic ability or sports or athletic intuitivity or what have you? You know, let me know in the comments what you think. And check out like I said, check out the documentary Basketball Love Story. If you've already seen some of them, talk about some of the things I didn't discuss on this video. Please guys, like, share, and hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. I really do appreciate you guys watching and joining in on the conversations and discussions. Anyway guys, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And this is Sports Banner 38 with Coach Carroll, and I am out.